Hello, my name is Ezra, aka Mr. Nozzy, and welcome to another GameLock Tech review. Today we will be reviewing the Razer Onza Tournament Edition gaming controller for the Xbox 360 and, most importantly, for myself, for the PC. So I'm just going to read you, well, I'm just going to tell you a quick few features that the controller has, and then we will move swiftly on into the review. So firstly, it says it has an improved D-pad. Now, whether this is an improvement on the normal Onza controller, I don't know, but it doesn't really look hugely complicated, so anyway, that's what they say. It has 15 feet of super long, lightweight braided cable, which it says has a quick release USB connector, but at the end of the day, it's just a USB cable. I can't really see why it's quick release. But anyway, there we go. So you have lots and lots of braided cables, so that's always very nice, as you can sit very far from your TV or your computer in my case. The next feature is that it has adjustable, which you can see here, resistance analog sticks. So you twist these things here and it basically increases or decreases the resistance dependent on, you know, how you like to play your games. Now it also has two fully programmable buttons on the bumpers here. These are the normal ones and these are the programmable ones. And then we move swiftly on to these little bad boys, which are backlit, yes, backlit hyper response action buttons. So that's very nice, and it does have an audible click there that you can hear, which is very nice. And we also have two little features to finish with. Is a rubberized surface for better grip, which is great because, to be honest, I get, you know, quite sweaty hands when I play, and it does make holding the controller a lot better, I can tell you that for sure. And it says it has enhanced ergonomics so that it fits into your hand nicely and feels pretty good. So now let's move on to my opinion on this controller and what I think. So my first point is that this controller does look pretty nice. It doesn't really go too far away from the original Xbox controller, so that you're not really going to like the design. It is pretty basic, but that's what I like. You know, quite a lot of Razer's products are minimalistic, and it does work quite well. It has some sharp edges here, which is nice rather than kind of smooth stuff. But yeah, I really like that design. And also, as with most of Razer's stuff, you have the Razer logo here, which is very nice indeed. Now, one problem with the rubberized finish I found is that it does actually pick up dust. You probably can't really see it on this controller now. Oh, there's the light. Good timing. Yeah, there is a little bit of dust on there you might be able to see. I mean, it does get a little bit annoying. I mean, if you're really picky about that kind of thing, it might annoy you, but at the end of the day, it's only a little bit of dust, but still something which could be a bit annoying for some people. So, PC players, you wouldn't really be using this for FPS games, which is, like myself, I primarily use it for side-scrolling games, more arcadey style games when I'm on my PC. But if you are using this for an Xbox, then a lot of the features on here will really suit you. But for me, it is still nice to have these additional buttons which you can remap here, and you know, that's just another nice little feature. Okay, so let me just show you how the remap system works on this. So if I just plug this in, you'll also get to see the fancy light system. And by fancy light system, there we go. Forgive the connection, it won't actually connect because I have something else connected to my PC. But anyway, it's kind of cool to have these lit up. At the end of the day, it's not going to really affect you too much, as if you're playing in the dark, you kind of know where all the buttons are anyway. It's just a little extra feature to make it look nice. I know Razer like to add a lot of lights onto their products, so if that floats your boat, that's good. If not, then maybe steer clear. So to remap these two top bumper buttons here, you can see that on the back we have two buttons, right side remap and left side remap. So if you press one of them, it tells you what button is remapped to this bumper, the right bumper. So at the moment, the right bumper is Y, and the left bumper is X. So all you do to change it is, say I want to change the right remap, which is currently Y. So I want to change that to A. I hold it down. I continually hold it down. Oops. No, I've now changed that to something else. Right, I accidentally pressed the start button. Right, so I hold that down, turn it around, and then I press the A button, and you'll see now, you'll see it change. Hang on. There. So that's now changed to A. Again, if I want to change it to something else, I continue holding it down. I just hit B or Y. So it's pretty simple to do, really. So it is nice that they've made remapping buttons very easy, because I know a lot of things generally tend to make it harder than it needs to be. So that is a really nice feature to the controller. The bumper buttons do have a very loud audible click, which you can hear now. Again, which is really nice, because I do like items that give you lots of feedback, whether it's tactile or audible. This does have very good tactile feedback, as well as you can really feel when you click. It's not a kind of a very easy click. You do have to push down with a bit of force, but that is very nice. I do really like that. The triggers on this are designed pretty well. As you can see here, they're slightly raised at the back, so if you are gaming, you shouldn't really worry about your fingers slipping off here. And it does also give you the chance to hold your fingers further back if you're into that kind of thing. And still, it's not very likely that your fingers are going to slip off. So that is pretty nice. And it's nice that you've got like this thin design here. Again, quite minimalistic, which I quite like. Now, I do appreciate the fact that they've given us adjustable analog sticks as well. Especially those of you for, you know, FPS games, it's a must. And it is very easy to change on this controller. So let me show you now. So basically these raised lines here are how you do it. So you basically just twist and you'll start hearing it click. And you just twist around and you can actually see there's a little bit of a gap appearing. So this is actually making it harder to move the analog stick. So let's just see if I can demonstrate this somehow. I'm actually having to put quite a bit of pressure here. And you can see it pings back pretty quickly. And then simply to make it quite loose, you just do the opposite again. Like so. And now you see it's very loose. So that's very nice. You do get that option to do it on both sticks. So if you like customization, again, a really nice point there. Very easy to do, doesn't take a lot of effort, and thumbs up to Razer for doing that one. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about is the hyper response backlit buttons. Again, these do have a very slight click, which I'm hoping you can pick up. And again, it's very nice for tactile feedback. You can kind of feel when that clicks as well. So again, it's another really nice feature. Now, as you're seeing on the camera, you're just seeing a load of light. You can't really see the letters on the buttons really, but that's just the camera. When I'm looking at it now, you can easily see where the letters are. So don't worry about that. There's no kind of problems with being able to see what's what. It looks great, trust me. The D-pad is pretty basic in my opinion. It's just some basic click buttons. Let me show you up close again. So you can see that it's slightly raised. They're pretty simple. It's not like a mechanical click really. It's just like a dull kind of, I don't know, a dull feedback. That's pretty basic. So I'm not too impressed with the D-pad. Yeah, so I'm thinking they could have done something a bit better with that. And then you've got your start and back button here. Again, pretty basic, nothing really major need doing. And you also have your audio jack there, standard on most controllers really. But overall, the ergonomic design does feel pretty nice in my hands. So at the end of the day, I think this controller is worth it, although it does have one drawback which I feel will affect a lot of your decisions whether to buy this controller or not. Now this is the extra programmable buttons that you have here and here. When I game, I hold the controller so that these fingers you know, are quite far round. So I hold the controller quite tight so these guys come quite far around. Now, when I'm trying to access these very top bumper buttons, see if you can see this. So say I was playing along like this, I actually have to move these bottom bits of my hand to get there. So watch again. So if I'm moving these bits, I am actually having to move it, and that's not good design. For me, it's a stretch to actually get up to the top bumper buttons. So it's not like I can just leave my hands there and they're not affected when I'm trying to do it. It's actually quite an effort to get there, and that is kind of a major drawback, especially if you're playing FPS games and you do need that very quick response, as it still takes quite a bit of time to actually get up there and press the button. So that really may affect quite a lot of your decisions when looking to get this controller. But that's just my personal thought. Again, your hand sizes may be different and may suit it, but I mean, you know, I've got medium-sized hands, really. Medium to small. But yeah, that's just something which I found quite awkward to use, those top buttons. And at the end of the day, you're paying to have these extra 2 buttons there, so if you're not using them as much, is it worth buying this controller at the end of the day for that premium price which they are charging? You know, possibly not. There are some other controllers out there, so, you know, look at the official Microsoft Xbox 360 controller. I mean, at the end of the day, you're kind of paying for the name and these few extra features. So if one of these features doesn't work, yeah, just think twice about that and really make sure you do your research, because I definitely found that a negative. Yeah, so in conclusion, it is sad that one of the main features isn't perfect, these top 2 buttons, but the other features still make it a viable option for those of you who are willing to spend some extra money and aren't necessarily so focused on FPS games. So if you're kind of a wide gamer, or maybe you're specifically on PC, I would recommend this. But yeah, just make sure you do your shopping before you buy one of these controllers, because like I said, this is premium priced. So yeah, I hope this has some way helped you come to a conclusion on whether or not you're going to get this controller. And I hope you've enjoyed this review. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter as well. We do have lots of news features, and also we post our new videos on there so you can keep up to date with all our new content. So I've been Ezra Locke, aka Mr. Nozzy, and I will catch you next time for another Game Lock Tech review. Thanks for watching.